You have no fucking control over it. And you just la-di-da-di-da, stroll through life and think that the world happens and you're just a feather in the fucking wind. And you don't think you have any influence on it. And you think that you are where you are because the world put you here. No, it's your fucking fault. You are not where you want to be because of you. Literally, just because of you. Like, if you don't have the fucking Lamborghini, it's your fucking fault. I don't have a McLaren. You know why? Because I'm a fucking bitch and I haven't put the work in. Simple as that. It's my fucking fault. And guess what? That means I can change it because I take ownership. I can change it because I take ownership. If something is wrong in your relationship, take ownership. Like, you know what? That's my fault. I'm going to fix it. And if you take ownership, you will be able to fix it. Because what you blame, you give the power to. And so if you blame somebody else, you give the power to change. And so, dude, there's motherfuckers out here, okay, from India with a thick accent, while going to school, taking calls on their fucking shitty Samsung, not even iPhone, not even a fucking laptop, closing people on $1,000 per month. And you're telling me that you can't convince somebody that you're going to help them make more money by running ads for them. Which, for context, ads is an amazing thing to sell. Like, genuinely phenomenal. Right? A lot of people think, oh, people don't want ads. They do. There's people that want a bunch of random shit, but I can guarantee you, out of everything in this world, imagine trying to sell mugs to someone. Imagine how much harder it would be to sell mugs. Or imagine if you try to sell Vaseline to people. How much harder that would be to sell Vaseline to people. Or imagine if you tried to sell hats. How much harder it would be to sell hats. And if you don't believe me, go and try and sell hats. And you will see, trust me, it's fucking hard. It's a lot harder to sell than ads is. Because this doesn't make me more money. This just makes me feel good. Ads makes me more money. And so the point is that so many of you just think life happens to you, and you think for whatever fucking reason that you are where you are because of, oh, well, I don't know. I was born here, and then like this happened, and now I'm here, and we'll see what happens next, and hopefully I make money, but I don't really know because I don't control my life. Imagine if somebody said that to you, like, dude, you're an idiot. Yet that's how most of you think. Most of you just like, you're a feather in the wind. You're just a lily pad going down the fucking river. And you're going to hit rock after rock after rock after rock after rock because you aren't taking control. You aren't controlling your fucking life. You're just letting things happen. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Right? You're like a little fucking kid at the park. La-di-da-di-da. Oh, my van, candy. Oh, let me go jump in this van. What's going to happen here? Right? You're just laddygang. You're strolling through fucking life like there's not something on the line when your life is on the fucking line. Literally, your life is on the line. And so I don't get how some of you can just sit here and be like, oh, my professor told me this. Oh, I'm in school. Oh, my mom told me this. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck, and neither does your goals. Right? I want a McLaren 765 LT Spider, to make it specific. I want that, and I'm gonna fucking get that. I will promise you I will get that because I believe it. Here's the fucking thing, though. That McLaren doesn't give two flying fucks how I feel. It doesn't give a flying fuck about my circumstances, about the amount of time I have to commit, about whether I wake up feeling sad, mad, anxious, depressed, right? Tired, overworked. So, like, it doesn't fucking care. The McLaren doesn't give a fuck. If I imagine you go up to your dream thing, your dream house, your dream car, your dream wife, and you go, hey, sorry wife, sorry car, I can't get you because I feel sad today, or because I'm in school, so like I don't really have a lot of time, so sorry, I just couldn't do it. What do you think that thing's gonna do? You think the McLaren's gonna go, oh my goodness, you know, I'm so sorry. You know what I'll do? I'll just give myself to you. You know what? I'll make myself $1 so you can buy me for $1. I'll give myself to you. No. Okay? Imagine your future wife. You're like, hey, sorry, future wife. Like, sorry that you have to work 2 jobs because, like, I was tired every single day when I was 20s. I was tired every single day from the day I woke up, and I was depressed. I was depressed because I don't know why, but I was. So yeah, sorry I have to work 2 jobs, and sorry that I'm a bum. Do you think she's gonna give a fuck? Do you think she's go, oh my goodness, honey, I'm so sorry. Like, you think she's gonna, like, no, she's not gonna fucking do that. She doesn't give a fuck. And so why do you? Why do you give a fuck about if you go to school or not? Why do you give a fuck if you have an accident or not? Why do you give a fuck about anything? right? And I know we add some humor into this to make it funny, but some of you need to take this so seriously. Because so many of you let life happen to you. And the thing is, that's how most people live, is they let life happen to them. Bart, go look behind you right now. Go look around everywhere. Look at everybody around you. They just let life happen to them. They just go through life, I'll be in university. Oh, I'm broke. Apply me dollars. Oh, I got hit by a car. Oh, I just got mortgage. We don't have enough money to pay the bills. Like, that's how they operate. And they wonder why they live such shit lives. They're just fucking bots. NPCs. Literally. Right? And all they ever do is complain. You can't stand their mentality when you, to some degree, have the same one. All they do is just complain. Talk about bad thing after bad thing. All they do is talk about the problems, and they just think that they have no influence on life. Guess what? What you believe is what is real. Your life is only what you make of it, and is only your perception and your perspective. Your reality is based merely just on your perception of life. I'll make this very clear. Your reality isn't actually real. Let me say this again. Your reality is not real. It is only your perception on what happens and how you internalize that and interpret it yourself. It's not actually real. It's just how you view it. It's not real. It's just how you view it. And that's what you make real. But the thing is, what you view and what you believe is what you make real. And so it's real to you. But the point I'm trying to make is that those things aren't actually true or real. They're not. You just make them real by believing them. The only things that are real in this life are the things that you believe. Right? If I told you right now that dinosaurs existed, and they were alive right now today in Canada, right? Would you believe me? No. Okay, so is it real or not? No. I think it's real because I believe it. So it's real for me, but not for you. Once again, like, who's right, who's wrong? We don't know. I think we're both right to a degree. We're both right to some degree, right? I believe they're real, therefore I think they're real. I think they exist. You don't, then you don't think they're real. It's like if we're both in a haunted house. You believe in ghosts, I don't. All of a sudden the window smashes. Oh, I wake up out of the wind. You wake up with your fucking, hands on your face. Like, oh my god. And you fucking tweak out, right? Are ghosts real or not? I don't know. But once again, like, whatever is real is just what you believe. And so the thing is, you dictate and create your reality with what you believe. And so here's the thing. If that's the thing that's true, right? Then we should make a really, really, really big effort to make sure that we believe things that serve us. And so here's the thing is, I hear people talk all the time about all these excuses. Well, my childhood, my accent, my this, my that. Okay. Pause. Let's say all these excuses that you've said your whole life are true. And you know what? You're right. You're going to make less money because of this, that, boom, 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 boom. Then what? What now? Do we just give up? Like right now, whatever limiting belief you have around the fact that you can't make money, whether it's the fact that you're stupid, whether it's the fact that you don't look good, whether it's the fact that you don't have a good setup, whether it's the fact that you don't have a good offer, whatever the case is, let's say those things are true. Then what? What do you do now? Do you A, keep going, B, give up? And if you said A, then why does it matter in the first place? Even if those things are true, okay, and they do hold you at a disadvantage, even if they are true, you're going to keep going, then why care in the first place? Right? For example, depression. For those who didn't know, I was diagnosed with severe depression about 3 years ago. Okay. Let's say this hypothetical world we live in. Okay. Depression real, depression not real. If depression is real, am I going to keep living my life? Well, some people would say no. We're not talking about that. Me. I would keep my life. I would keep living my life, yes. Okay. So I'm going to keep living my life, except now I'm going to be sadder because I believe in depression. Okay. You see where I'm going with this? So if depression is real and or not real, I'm gonna like regardless of if it's real or not real, I'm gonna keep living my life anyway. Why not just believe it's not real? Because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'll just be happier believing it's not real. You see? Whether it's real or not, you're gonna keep living. Okay? Whether depression is real or not, you are going to keep living anyway. And so I'm not saying that depression objectively isn't real to people, because once again, it is real to people. The people that believe in it, it is real to them. Right? And the thing is, what you believe becomes very real. And so it's actually very difficult, because when I believed in depression, it sucked. When I didn't believe in it, it didn't suck. You know what I mean? And so the point is that for the people that believe in it, it is real. To them, it is. Right? But once again, if you have to keep living anyway, why not just choose the way that makes your life better? Once again, hold beliefs that serve you. Hold beliefs that serve you. Right? Because if you're going to keep doing the thing anyway, then why? That's what I ask myself. Well, I'm gonna keep waking up every single day anyway. Like, why not just be happy doing it? Okay, cool. And boom, started to become happy. Like I just decided. And what was weird, all of a sudden, this very real thing, depression, became very unreal. What happened? My mind. I just said no more. I said I do not believe in the idea of depression anymore. And when I stopped believing in it, it wasn't like this. Oh, I don't believe. I was like, I don't believe in it. Why am I taking pills? I don't even believe I'm depressed. How could I? Why am I taking these pills? Stop taking the pills. Guess what? People come up to me and say, Stefan, how the fuck are you so happy? How are you so passionate, so excited, so energetic? How much caffeine do you take? I don't drink coffee. What the fuck? And they're like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking high on life, motherfucker. Right? But it's like, because I just chose to only believe things that serve me. And when you can do the same, man, your life will get so much better. You can just choose to believe in the things that only help you out. Like, the thing is, so many of us hold these beliefs that hold us back and that make our lives worse.
All right, Stefan, so how do you actually go about changing those beliefs? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you believe, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm not good at basketball because you go out and you play and you don't make most of your shots, you know what I'm saying? That kind of supports that, you know what I'm saying? And so how do you go about changing something like that?
Great question. The first thing I'm going to say is that your reality is only what you make of it. So if you tell yourself you're bad at basketball, you will become bad at basketball. And you can look it up, confirmation bias, which is where we seek for things that validate our ideas. So if you keep telling yourself you're bad, you will look for things that agree with you that you are bad, so you feel good about your thoughts. And so if you keep telling yourself you're bad at basketball, you will actually probably miss more shots than if you told yourself you're good, because when you miss, you feel good about yourself because like, oh, I'm right. Because we always want to be right. And so the thing is, you will purposely be worse at something to prove yourself right. You guys do this all the time with business. I'm not good at business, and you will intentionally fuck yourselves up and fuck yourselves over by doing less than you should be doing just to prove the fact that you're right, that you're not good at something. Instead of admitting you're maybe not the best at something, but being like, I don't give a fuck, I'm become better anyway, and then not having an excuse and becoming good. For example, cold calling. Many of you I know will be like, oh, I suck at cold calling. And so you literally feed yourself the idea that you are bad. Once again, whether it's true or not, I don't care. Because if you want to be good at basketball, why does it matter if you're bad or good? If you want to become good, well then believe you're good, right? So if you, like, for example, cold calling. If you want to become better at cold calling, like, why not just believe you're good? And what happens is, if you believe you're bad, you will start to go, oh, I'm bad. And you will try to reinforce the idea that you are bad. And therefore, you probably won't become as good because you're holding yourself back. Versus if you told yourself, hey man, I want to be good at cold calling, I'm good at cold calling, you will then go out there and try and validate the fact that you were good. And so instead of looking to get rejected to prove that you were wrong, right? You go out there and try and book meetings to prove that you are right, to prove that you are good at cold calling. Just flip the script. Just flip your perspective on the issue, right? So in this case of, like, let's say basketball, okay? If you say, oh, I'm bad at basketball, you will look for things that validate that you are bad at basketball. This is confirmation bias. This is how we as humans live. We look for things that validate our ideas. right? Which is why people, when they're on one political party, typically never change because they only look for the things that validate that their reasoning is true. Because people can't fathom the idea of changing or that they can be wrong. Which is why, right? People in both political parties, there's downsides to both, but they'll only look at the good sides of their one because they only want to believe that. And they'll only look at the bad sides of the others. They don't want to believe that. And so look at the good of theirs and the bad of the others instead of looking at it objectively as just as is. And so the thing is, it starts with you just saying of what you believe and what you want to believe. So let's say basketball. If you want to be good at basketball, it doesn't serve you well to say I'm bad. You can be humble enough to be like, I'm not the best. But being like, I'm bad, I'm never going to be good, and going out there and then missing, like, yep, that's what, look, I missed, I'm bad. Yeah, look, Stefan, I told you I was bad. People do this all the time. Stefan, I told you this niche sucks. I told you this offer sucks. I'm like, yeah, dude, you're right. Yeah. You know what, bro? I think business sucks. You should give up. Oh, well, no, Stefan, don't do that. I want to make money. It doesn't make sense. They're conflicting. They're being hypocritical with themselves. And so I think the first step is that. It's just like believing. Like, and once again, hold beliefs that serve you. Right? If you want to become good at basketball, the belief that would serve you is, hey, I'm good at basketball. And here's the funny thing is if you, let's say you say you're good at basketball, you will start to act like you're good at basketball. And if you say you're good at basketball, you will start to act like that, which means you will start to practice more and try harder. Okay? And guess what happens? When you do that, you actually become good at basketball. It's the same with making money. It's the same with becoming that guy. It's the same becoming ripped. Man, I want to be ripped. Here's the wrong way of going about it. I want to be ripped, but I'll start going to the gym once I get ripped. I want to be ripped, but I'm fat. And so I'll keep eating junk food to validate the fact that I'm fat. Like, no. If you want to be ripped, even if you're fat, you go, I want to be shredded as fuck. I want to become Chris fucking Bumstead. Matter of fact, I am him. I am shredded. I am fucking jacked. What do jacked people do? They go to the gym every fucking day. They eat clean. They sleep well. Okay, I'm going to start doing that shit because I'm that guy. And guess what happens? Over time, you actually just become that guy. But you have to start with the belief. There's this quote I listened to from this Australian podcast the other day. He's talking about this idea of have, do, be, which is that people say, oh, I have to have this to do this thing to become this person. I have to have the Lamborghini, right, to be confident to become that guy. But that's wrong. That's the wrong way of thinking about it. It's the other way around. Instead of have, do, be, it's be, do, have. I got to become that guy to do the things to have the Ferrari, to have the Lamborghini, to have the McLaren. Right? And so flip the script of, oh, I have to have this thing to do this thing to be that guy, to I have to become the guy to do the thing to have the outcome. Right? So instead of saying like, oh, you know, once I scale to 10K, then I have a successful business. Be like, I have a successful business. I'm a good entrepreneur. And then do the things that a successful entrepreneur that a good businessman does. And eventually you will then have a good business. But you have to start with the belief, and then that will dictate your actions because your beliefs dictate your actions. And so if you believe these fundamental flaws that hold you back, then you will start to believe them, and you will go out in the world and validate your ideas, and they will hold you back. Which is why so many people never accomplish anything because they have these beliefs rooted in them that, oh, I'm a brokey or I'm stupid. Which is funny enough, stupid people will always be stupid even if they're smart. Because they believe they're stupid, and so they subscribe to the idea that, hey, I'm stupid, and therefore they try and reinforce the idea in their minds that they're stupid. Even though it sounds so dumb, like why would someone voluntarily be stupid? They've told themselves they're stupid, and we as humans always want to be right because being wrong hurts. And so they'll go out there and try and prove to the world that, hey, I'm stupid, just so they can validate the fact that they're dumb. I had a buddy once who got a bad mark on a test and was happy about it, essentially, because like, oh yeah, I have dyslexia. Huh? He was happy because he got a bad mark. He's like, yeah, but it's because of my dyslexia. To validate the idea that he had dyslexia. Instead of going out there and being like, fuck it, I'm just going to get a good mark. He got a bad mark and said, oh yeah, but it's because of my dyslexia. The fuck? Guess what? I'll tell you what. I'm no longer friends with that motherfucker no more. He gone. I don't want those kind of people in my life. Right? And so that's how it starts. With you becoming the person. And just believing. With undeniable conviction. And you will be delusional. And that's the point. Because if you want to do something, if you want to, get something or be something that nobody is, you got to do something nobody's willing to do. If you're going to think the way nobody's willing to think. Nobody says Elon Musk is normal, right? Nobody says that. And look what he has. So if you want what most don't have, you gotta do what most won't do. And therefore, you gotta think the way most don't think. There you go. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, with the whole like belief system and stuff like that. Like, think of it like a table with 4 fucking legs, for example. And so the table stands until you basically shake like all of them off. And so that's what I read in this fucking book by this one legend. I had recommend this book. It's a long read, but like if you guys want to learn into like a little bit more about like neural shit like that and just how to shake off the fucking disbeliefs, just do that. Then another thing is that when I basically signed up for my marathon, it took me like a month of me thinking about it every single day, if it's under my capabilities or not, and if I should pay the registration fee, and what if I don't run it, what if I hurt myself before the marathon, and what if this and that and that. And then on one day, I just said, fuck it, I believe I can do it, and I just fucking sign up, pay the full price, and I'm like, either way, I fucking, finish the marathon, or I'm gonna try my best and, finish it anyways. And I don't care if it's in like 10 hours, like in the maximum time. Like, I don't care if I have to fucking like crawl to get to the finish line. I'm fucking finishing. And guess what? Like a week before the race, like one of my family members told me that like one of their friends runs like 40K every single day to be able to fucking run marathon, which is completely BS. But it kind of got me into minds, because I'm like, I haven't run like 40K never in my life, like 2 weeks before the race. And so I'm like, now my head's like going, and I'm like, am I, will I be able to finish the marathon or not? And I just had to believe, like, like I've put so much work in. And when I first ran my like first 5K, 5 kilometers, I was fucking exhausted. And I'm like, there's no way I'm finishing. Like, I didn't believe at that point, but I forced myself to believe so, and to basically train hard and to put in the work. And I knew that if I'm gonna continue, the beliefs will come itself. And I also thought, like, how stupid is it for me to believe something like this? Like, how stupid is it for you to believe that somebody like cares if you cold call them, and they basically tell you to fuck off? Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, they get like 20 of these calls every single day, so they don't give a shit, and you shouldn't give a shit either. And so today I believe that I'm pretty good at cold calling. I cold call like 10 people locally, and I booked 5 of them in, like, easily, without a script. I just fucking went, and I sounded like a human. And so for you guys who are, how is it called? Like, if English is your first language, then like cold calling locally shouldn't be a problem for you guys. You shouldn't even need a script. Like, all of you are like focusing on scripts and this and that, when in reality you don't need shit. Like, you just need to sound like a human and just fucking say something that makes at least a little bit of sense. And that's exactly for me. And you have to believe that, nobody cares, and you shouldn't care either. And so that's about that.
Yeah. And one last thing, Andrew, to add on to that is, if you want to make it easier on yourself, just surround yourself with other people who are the same. Like, that's probably the quickest and the fastest hack, which is, I'll be totally honest, selfishly, I am trying to get you guys all to think this way, because I spend a lot of my time with you guys, and if you guys keep having this shit mindset, it's going to make me worse. Like, genuinely, that, like, I'm not even joking. That's true. Like, I spend a lot of my time with you guys, almost an hour, more than like 2 hours every single day, real to school and whatnot, of just talking to you guys. And you are some of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and argue you are some of everything that you feed yourself daily. And so the better the quality of those people and their thoughts are, the better you will become, which is why selfishly I'm trying to make you guys all think this way, because it will only help all of us. And very selfishly myself as well, because the more you guys think in this less victimized way, and I'm going to conquer the fucking world, I don't give a fuck what it takes, and I'm genuinely just going to go all in, the better it'll make me. And I have a very selfish desire for wanting to become the best, and therefore I want to spend my time with better people, which is why I only want the best in here. And that is why, if you're not the best, I will try my best to make you the best. Otherwise, I will kick you the fuck out of here. Because I'm like, I genuinely mean that, because I've realized that, like, I spend so much of my time here that I want this to become a place where we can feed off of each other to become better. Not where you know, I'm up here, and I don't say this in an egotistical way, but I'm up here, and you guys are just trying to pull for me, and it's bringing me down. I want us to be on like an equal playing field, and we can all level each other up. Because I think that's the real beauty of a mastermind is that. So, yeah, there's a very selfish intention with this group that I am trying to make you guys all the way better, because it makes like the better I make you guys, the more money you make, and the better your mindset gets, the better I become. And realizing that I spend a lot of my time with you guys, I think it's a pretty good ROI to try and make you guys fucking good. So yeah, it is important for me to hopefully get you guys to think this way. And the goal is that the more you guys think this way, the better we all become, right? Because once again, you are some of the 5 people I spend the most time with, and you are some of everything that you do in like daily. And so the better those interactions are, the better you become, right? And I found that the times in my life when I've grown the most, when I've been surrounded by the people who are just the furthest ahead of me. And so, yeah.
And I think it's because like people set like low standards for themselves. Like my brother, for example, like he thought that he can only make like 5K maximum. Then he got into office with other like financial advisors who are making all of them, like every single one of these motherfuckers are younger than him, and they're all making like 12 to 20K per month. He got
Yeah.
into that room and he's like, oh shit. He just realized it clicked for him. And so
Yeah.
right now he's at like, he basically scaled like from last month, like over 50% or like 100% maybe. And he feels ashamed by not making the same amount of money as them because they keep pushing each other. And so that's what we
Yeah.
should achieve here as well.
Exactly. That's really the biggest goal, is to constantly have people pushing each other. And like the goal is for everyone to always push each other. So like that's why I want you guys, and the thing is to just fucking ball out and make money as quickly as you can, and then just start making more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And it'll like it gets so fucking fun when everyone's just constantly pushing each other to like, bet you can't fucking do this, bet you can't close a client today, bet you can't, and like, and you know that you're actually capable. Like right now I said, bet you can't close a client today. Most of you guys couldn't. That's the truth. Like you just couldn't. Like you couldn't find a way to make it fucking work, right? And that's sad. Like that's genuinely sad. And so the goal is to make that not the case.
Like look at Chris, for example. Like for me, when he joined and started scaling so quickly, like it clicked for me. And I'm pushing, even though it's, you guys might not see it because I don't post that much. Like I'm trying every single day, like harder than I've ever been. And it's actually working because I'm closing some clients right now and making some revenue and booking some pretty interesting meetings every single day, pretty much. And so it clicked for me because I'm like, he's 18. Maybe he's running paid ads, but that doesn't really matter. Like he's closing clients every single day. And what's the difference between two of us? Like there's basically like no difference. Maybe he's more fluent in English, but I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a shit.
Like, and he has access to all the same information you guys do. I tell him the same things I do to I tell him the same thing I do to you guys. The same fucking thing, right? He's not in like some like, and like the thing is, once again, once you realize that like it's just you that's the problem, dude, it becomes so easy to change. Because I'll tell you what, it's not the fucking niche. Go like right now, if you guys haven't already, all of you, go type in my fucking landing page, okay, and just go scroll. You can go watch Chris's case study, okay. You can go watch Yegi's, another guy I consulted. You can go read mine, okay? Or you can just go look at all these screenshots. This kid is fucking 13, made 3K in 31 days. That's more than some of you have in the past fucking year. And he's 13 from like Dubai or like the Arab Emirates, somewhere around there, like the UAE. So it's like, if this motherfucker can, why can't I? Right? If this air guy, if he can close 2 clients, why can't I? Right? If Blake, if this guy can close fucking 500, 250, another one a day, why can't I? Right? If Irshad can fucking drop out of university when he's in fucking India editing off a phone, why can't I? Right? Like, if this fucking random guy, right, from I forget who he's from, Sweden, something like that, can sign another client for 700, why can't I? Right? If this fucking kid can have $2,000 in cash when he's 13, why can't I? Right? If Devin can book his first appointment in one of the worst niches I've ever seen in my life, why can't I? Right? If Antonio, who's like 16, can close his first fucking client, why can't I? right? Like, and just go look and be like, why can't I? If this Daniel guy who smokes fucking cigars, right, can just close people on the daily for 2.5K, why can't I? If this guy can book 3 meetings in 69 dials when he's 15 and in school, why can't I? Right? If this guy can get engaged to his beautiful wife while scaling an agency to averaging 3 appointments a day, then why can't I? If this guy can collect 3K, 1.5K, then why can't I? Right? Like, just, and the thing is, keep going. There's like 150 of them. There's a lot of them in here. Right? If this guy can use the tips from just my free YouTube channel to scale his agency to 1.1K per month, and this guy, he's Siggy, he's fucking like 13 or 14, then why can't I? Just ask yourself, why can't I? If this Dutch motherfucker can close a 1K per month client on 6 months, then why can't I? Right? This guy, probably one of the worst guys I've ever coached. These two Indian guys with the thickest accent, the worst mindset ever, can book 4 calls after coming back from university, then why can't I? If Akshay can close 2x 2-week trials for 500 a pop, then why can't I? If this guy from India selling content can book his first call through DMs, voice messages with his Indian accent, then why can't I? Right? If Ali, some fucking young, I think like 15-year-old kid from Turkey, can book his first call over the DMs with people that are 50 years older than him, then why can't I? And like, you can keep going. If Andreas can close fucking 5 clients, one over the phone, while never having a business before he ever met me, then why can't I? If Jake can sign 5 clients in the first 7 days because I told him to, then why can't I? If Matthew, some fucking kid who didn't believe in himself, working with gyms and PTs, one of the worst niches I've ever seen, can start his week off with 1.8K, then why can't I? If Daniel can book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calls per day on a random Tuesday, then why can't I? I remember you saw Antonio earlier. Close his first client, not that much longer. Close his first paying client, $1,000. Brandon, first client, solar niche, 450. Why can't I? First paying customer, Jacob. Some random guy that dropped his entire life in the US to go move to Mexico to go see what he could fucking do and just got a 1.5K per month or 1 month SEO package paid in full. Then why can't I? If this random kid Miho who's like 14 and he lives in somewhere in the
Malta.
Balkans or the Baltics. Yeah, thank
Malta.
you. Thank you. Yeah. Right? Can close his first client in 6 days of starting an agency, then why can't I? If this guy Aiden, who worked 2 jobs, for context, 2 jobs, can book 4 calls out of 37 dials when complaining to me every single day he sucked at cold calling, then why can't I? If Hennick, who's in this fucking call, can book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments a day, then why can't I? He has a fucking
Why can't I?
accent from fucking Czechia. Okay? Max. Okay? Lost. Didn't know what to fucking do. Took my advice and decided to book everybody. Got 6 meetings in the first 24 hours. Of like the first time he ever talked to me, 24 hours later, booked 6 meetings. He had 0. He had no appointments on his calendar before this. Then why can't I? Okay? Busiest my calendar's ever been. If this guy's calendar can look like this, then why can't mine? Okay? Fujan, some random fucking kid from, I think he's from Dubai. His parents are now proud of him because he made like 27K a month. His case is somewhere else here. Right? If he can do this, some kid with an accent from the buttfuck middle of nowhere, then why can't I? Okay? Avani, bit of context. I was looking for somebody for 2 years, did nothing. Just watched fucking Iman Gaji videos and smoked weed. I met someone about 3 months ago and closed a client for 4K today. Whoever wins that one-on-one call, make sure you get everything out of it. If this guy can do this after 2 years of fucking about, why can't I? Carol, I hopped on a call with this guy one time, reviewed his sales, gave him some advice. This guy's from somewhere in Europe, somewhere Eastern Europe, kind of. Maybe North Europe, maybe like Norway, Finland. I think it's Eastern Europe though. Okay. Where is he? He's pissed me off. Anyways, Okay, I gave him one analogy, took a video of him on the sales call closing this guy. If he can do this shit, why can't I? And it goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay, you can go look at the rest of the case studies and just read all of them in full if you really so please. If they can do it, why can't I? If they can do it, why can't you? And I think that's just what you have to ask yourself. All these fucking guys can do it. And if you noticed, all those guys are different. Some are young, some are old, some are from fucking Europe, some are from Asia, some are from fucking Africa, actually, as a matter of fact. And some of them are from North America. Some of them are in solar niche, some of them are in the gym niche, some of them in the auto detailing niche, some of them in mortgage, some in lawyers, some in real estate, some in HVAC, okay, some in construction. If they can do it, why can't I? And I think if you just ask yourself that, I was actually on a date with this girl. We were talking about this concept of why not, right? One of the best ways to live life is why not? Why not get a McLaren? Why not try your hardest? Why not go on that adventure? Why not make that dial? Why not give it your all? Why not ask that girl out? Why not take this route? Why not do that fucking thing? Why not? Why not? Instead of asking why, say why not? Why should I try so hard? Why should I cold call this guy? Why should I try and build a business? Why should I make money? Ask yourself why not? Why not? Why not work hard and get a McLaren? Why not make those cold calls? Why not go scale an agency 10K per month? Why not? Why not? Seriously, why not? You can ask yourself that, man. Crazy powerful. Why not? A lot more people need to hear this. So I hope they watch this recording.